Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? Today I've got something exciting for you. We're going to explore a bunch of ideas on how to practice speaking English, especially when you're home alone. I know it can be tough if you don't have any native English speakers around or groups nearby where you can practice. But don't worry, I'm here to share some easy and practical tips you can use to improve your English speaking skills right at home, even if you're by yourself. You will listen to the story of Alex, who found creative ways to make English practice fun and effective. So, are you ready to get started? Let's go. Once upon a time, in a small town, there lived a young person named Alex, a curious and adventurous soul, always eager to learn new things. However, there was one thing that Alex struggled with: speaking English. Although Alex knew some English words and could read and write a little, speaking confidently was a different story. Dreaming of traveling the world, meeting new people, and making friends from different countries, Alex decided it was time to conquer this fear and become fluent in English. The best part? Alex would do it all from the comfort of home. To begin the journey, Alex came up with a fun idea called the mirror game. This was no ordinary game. It was one where Alex would pretend to be a famous person, giving a speech in English every morning. Sometimes Alex was a movie star at an awards show, other times a teacher explaining a lesson. Although it felt a bit silly at first, talking to the mirror soon became enjoyable. The more Alex practiced, the easier it was to say words clearly, and with no one around to judge or laugh, it was just Alex and the mirror. One day, while cleaning the attic, Alex stumbled upon an old teddy bear named Mr. Fluffy. Remembering how Mr. Fluffy used to be a great listener, Alex made him a practice partner for English. Every night before bed, Alex would sit with Mr. Fluffy and have a little chat. "Hello, Mr. Fluffy. How was your day?" Alex would ask. Even though Mr. Fluffy never answered, what mattered was that Alex was speaking English out loud, and with each conversation, Alex's confidence grew. As Alex's confidence continued to build, another idea came to mind. Why not use favorite movies and songs to practice? Alex loved watching movies, especially those exciting action films with heroes saving the day. This time, instead of watching them in the usual way, Alex decided to watch them in English. At first, it was challenging to understand everything, but with subtitles, it became easier. Over time, certain phrases like "what's up" and "let's go" became familiar, and Alex started using them when talking to Mr. Fluffy and during the mirror game. Not stopping there, Alex decided to incorporate English music into his daily routine. Singing along to catchy tunes, even if the words didn't make sense at first, became a fun way to practice. Gradually, the lyrics became clearer, and soon, Alex was singing whole songs in English, mimicking the singer's accents, which made the practice feel like a party. Feeling more confident, Alex was ready for a new adventure, meeting real people who spoke English. The solution came in the form of online language exchange platforms, where Alex could connect with people from all over the world. Through these platforms, Alex met Maria from Spain, who wanted to learn Alex's native language, and John from Australia, who was happy to chat in English. Although nervous at first, wondering if they wouldn't understand or if too many mistakes would be made, Alex soon discovered that Maria and John were patient and friendly, encouraging Alex along the way. These regular conversations became a vital part of Alex's week, and with each one, speaking skills improved. One day, while chatting with John, Alex realized that learning new words was like discovering hidden treasures. This realization led to the start of a vocabulary adventure, where the goal was to find new English words every day. Alex kept a little notebook that quickly filled up with exciting words like adventure, curious, and excited. But simply writing them down wasn't enough. Instead, Alex would create stories using these new words and share them with Mr. Fluffy. Whether the stories were about dragons and wizards or just everyday life, this practice made using new words feel natural. Then, one evening, Alex stumbled upon an old English TV show with characters speaking in strong British accents, which felt like time travel. Intrigued, Alex turned it into a challenge, making each episode a puzzle to solve. What were the characters saying? By listening closely, repeating phrases, and trying to match the accents, Alex felt like part of the show, noticing improvement in pronunciation and understanding with each episode. Months passed, and Alex's English had improved significantly, but one final challenge remained. Every weekend, Alex's grandmother, who lived in an English-speaking country, would call, and these calls were always in English. Usually, Alex let Grandma do most of the talking, but this time, Alex decided to take the lead. When the phone rang, Alex answered with a confident, "Hello, Grandma. How are you?" Surprised and pleased, Grandma ended up having a long conversation in English, where Alex shared stories about the mirror game, chats with Mr. Fluffy, and the vocabulary adventure. As the call ended, Grandma said something that made Alex's heart swell with pride. "Your English has improved so much, Alex. I'm proud of you." Alex's journey to improve English speaking skills became a lifelong adventure, filled with discoveries and challenges. With daily practice, Alex gained confidence and fluency, proving that learning English can be fun and rewarding. The key is to keep practicing, stay curious, and never be afraid to make mistakes because every word spoken is another step on an exciting adventure.
Here are some important tips to improve your English at home. 1. Practice speaking regularly. Regular practice is the foundation of improvement in any skill, and speaking English is no exception. To incorporate this into your daily routine, set aside a specific time each day, even if it's just 10-15 minutes. For example, you can start your day by describing your morning routine out loud in English. I'm brushing my teeth. Now I'm making breakfast, etc. Another approach is to summarize your day in English before going to bed, discussing what you did, how you felt, and what you planned for the next day. Regular practice helps reinforce what you've learned, making it easier to recall words and phrases during conversations. Over time, this consistent effort will build your confidence and fluency, making you more comfortable speaking English in various situations. 2. Think in English. Thinking in English can be a powerful tool to boost your fluency because it eliminates the need to translate from your native language. Start small by thinking in English during routine activities, such as when deciding what to eat or what to wear. For example, instead of thinking, "I should wear my blue shirt today," in your native language and then translating it, try thinking directly in English. As you get more comfortable, challenge yourself with more complex thoughts, such as planning your day or reflecting on your goals. This practice trains your brain to process thoughts in English, speeding up your speaking ability and making your responses more natural. As a result, you'll find it easier to express yourself in English without hesitation. 3. Talk to yourself. Talking to yourself might feel odd at first, but it's a highly effective way to practice speaking English when you're alone. You can talk about anything. Describe the weather, discuss a movie you've watched, or express your thoughts on a topic you're interested in. For example, after watching a news segment, you might say, "I think the new policy is interesting because," or, "the weather is quite unpredictable today. It might rain later." The key is to speak out loud, allowing you to practice forming sentences and improving your pronunciation. The benefit of this method is that it allows you to practice without fear of making mistakes in front of others, helping you build confidence in your speaking abilities over time. 4. Use online language exchange platforms. Online language exchange platforms are a fantastic resource for practicing English with native speakers or other learners. Websites and apps like Tandem, HelloTalk, or Speaky allow you to connect with people from around the world who are interested in language exchange. For example, you might meet a Spanish speaker who wants to learn English and is willing to help you practice in return. You can arrange video or voice calls where you spend half the time speaking in English and the other half in their language. This kind of practice not only improves your speaking skills, but also exposes you to different accents and cultural nuances, enhancing your overall communication abilities. Moreover, interaction with real people provides you with immediate feedback, which is crucial for your improvement. 5. Listen and repeat. Listening to English content and repeating what you hear is an excellent way to improve your pronunciation and speaking rhythm. Start by choosing a podcast, YouTube video, or movie that interests you. After listening to a sentence or a short segment, pause the audio and repeat what you've heard. For example, if you're watching a cooking video, repeat instructions like, "First, chop the onions finely." This exercise helps you mimic the pronunciation, intonation, and speech patterns of native speakers. The benefits of this method include improved pronunciation, a better understanding of sentence structure, and a more natural flow when speaking English. Over time, you'll find that your speaking becomes more fluid and less hesitant. 6. Record yourself. Recording yourself. Speaking is a valuable practice tool because it allows you to hear how you sound and identify areas for improvement. For example, you might choose a topic like "my favorite hobby" or "a recent trip" and speak about it for a few minutes. Afterward, listen to the recording and pay attention to your pronunciation, intonation, and any words you struggled with. You can then focus on improving these areas in your next practice session. The benefit of this method is that it makes you more aware of how you speak, which is the first step toward improvement. Over time, you'll notice your pronunciation getting clearer, your speech more fluid, and your confidence growing as you hear your progress. 7. Learn new vocabulary. Expanding your vocabulary is crucial for improving your speaking skills. Make it a daily habit to learn a few new words and phrases. For example, you could learn the word meticulous, meaning very careful and precise, and use it in a sentence like, "She is meticulous about keeping her desk clean." To reinforce your learning, try to use these new words in conversations or write them down in sentences. The benefit of this practice is that it helps you express yourself more accurately and with greater variety, making your speech more engaging and dynamic. The more words you know, the easier it will be to communicate your thoughts clearly and effectively. 8. Set specific goals. Setting specific goals can give your language learning journey direction and purpose. For example, you might set a goal to learn 10 new vocabulary words each week, have a 10-minute conversation in English every day, or complete a language course by a certain date. By breaking your goals down into manageable steps, you can track your progress and stay motivated. The benefit of setting goals is that it provides a clear path to follow, helping you stay focused and measure your improvement. Achieving these goals can also boost your confidence and encourage you to set even more ambitious targets as your skills grow.